I'd worked through it previously, but it was something that came up to be like, oh, well, I remembered when I dealt with this. Let me consider like what was actually happening during that time. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this channel. My name is Jazelle, and I am happy that you are here. I just had an amazing moment, and I wanted to capture it and share it with you, knowing that whenever it actually gets to you will be the best time for you. Whenever you see it will be the best time for you. So every week I have a weekly meditation that I join. And today was talking about really focusing on an instance or a situation where stress comes into your life or into your body, and noticing how you respond to it. What is your habitual response, whether it is a physical response, mental response, emotional response? As I was thinking through this situation that it has to do with like a person and working on a project together, and just noticing different personality styles can sometimes trigger or have triggered certain emotions or feelings within me. It reminded me of 4 different communication characteristic styles. It is ruby, sapphire, pearl, and emerald. And I'll put it somewhere in the video so that you can have reference to it. But I remember I had gone through this course like probably 2 years ago now, but it comes up often, and it's something that I've considered doing in my own work. The ruby is a person who is very like outgoing, competitive, like to look the best, be the best in the room. What's the shortest way to get to where I need to get to? And then, in unhealth, of course, it can come off like they don't have empathy, they don't really take care of their bodies, their health is all out of whack because it's put to the back burner, etc. On the opposite end of the ruby is the pearl, and the pearl is, the super soft, tender-hearted, save the entire world, save every animal there is. They will give you, in unhealth, they will give you everything that they have. There's no balance. Indecisiveness can come in. It's difficult for them to move forward on a project because they get sidetracked with someone else needs my help. And then on the left, or your left, will have like the emerald. The emerald is the one who is very detailed oriented, like great at organization, great at structure, putting plans together. Everything is in its right place. In their unhealth, they are super rigid, very like, they seem like they have no personality. They like to wear the same colors all the time because it's just like easy. I don't want to think about that. That's not important. Just getting the task done in a very organized way. And if you don't have that organization, then, I have nothing to do with you. Opposite of the emerald is the sapphire. And the sapphire is the super playful one, the life of the party, very adventurous, extremely optimistic, like sunshine all day long. They are amazing, super creative. But then the sapphire in their unhealth is they kind of reject responsibility. They want to like be the life of the party every day, all day, every minute of the day. If there's something that they need to address that feels uncomfortable or feels like it's rules, then they reject it. So they really kind of shirk responsibility, even when it's needed. So you kind of get an idea of all 4 of these different personality characteristics, and based off of these personality characteristics are how you would communicate with them. So for a ruby, it is, let's get to the point, right? And how this benefits me. For a pearl, it is, how does it make me feel, and what would this be like for people that I care about. For the sapphires, is how much fun is it, and when can we do it, and how long can we do it for? Is it so great? Awesome. And then for the emerald, it is, so tell me the organizational structure, like how will this be structured, who is doing what, when is the deadline, type of thing. So understanding myself, and I consider myself to be a sapphire pearl, right? So I have the like, let's go, and I also have the, oh my gosh, I wanna heal everyone in myself, type of feel. And I have to be aware of really embodying both of those personality styles while being in health versus when I'm in unhealth. The person that I was working on this project with is totally, and I am not prescribing them, but what came to me is definitely a Ruby. I mean, definitely a Ruby. Let's go. Don't tell me nothing else. Get it done. What's the quickest way to get it done? At that time of interacting with them, I definitely felt like my pearl wasn't as confident because it was a new situation, right? And this was one of the first times that I was working with this person. I was a little unsure. And when that personality came out, it was a total opposite like clash with my pearl in that slight unhealth of feeling uncomfortable and not having the full confidence that I would normally have. I had to take some moments to work through that because my heart rate started going up really fast. My body was tense. I'm like missing stuff that I'm reading because I'm just irritated and borderline angry. And now it's like, oh, they're doing this to me, which opens the door to this victimhood mentality. Some of the stuff could have been done better, and an apology was made afterwards. That was great, but for me to recognize the signs within myself, and how can I address this for myself? How can I soothe myself, as well as how can I call out and be like, yeah, we need to work on that. The pearl and the ruby, they're like opposite, and then you have the sapphire and the emerald, and they're opposites. And it's like, in their unhealth, you really see how those opposites can clash. It's because the ruby in unhealth is lacking the empathy of the pearl. And the pearl, period, but definitely in unhealth, is lacking the decisiveness and clarity of mind, and sometimes the logical steps forward that the ruby naturally has and obtains. The emerald has this natural ability to organize things and to move forward making plans, right? The sapphire in its unhealth cannot do that. It actually wants to get rid of responsibility and just play all day. So it needs that structure of the emerald. However, the emerald, being too rigid in its unhealth, needs the play and the lightheartedness of the sapphire. Opposites attract because they each have something the other needs in order to be whole. That's it. Opposites attract because it needs what the other has in order to be whole. The ruby needs empathy in addition to its decisiveness in order to be whole. The pearl needs decisiveness in addition to its empathy in order to be whole. The emerald needs playfulness in addition to its organization and structure to be whole. And the sapphire needs that structure in addition to its playfulness to be whole. And I was just like, oh my gosh. It really brought to mind how sometimes we can bring things into our lives in order to not even knowing it, but our elements to us that desires to be more well-rounded in our experience. And we draw experiences, we draw people, we draw situations to us. Oh man, it really, you feel it. But to highlight the places that we are leaning into unhealth and to draw us back towards that middle ground so that we can be even more beautiful, even more expansive, and be filled with even more wisdom. That just feels really good. Like, wow. So that experience was nasty. I didn't like it. It felt really uncomfortable and I was very angry. And I had to walk my way through it. But walking my way through it, I understood the lessons from it. And this right here just showed me, Jazelle, it wasn't to harm you, babe. It was to help you to become more well-rounded. You need that in that moment, especially in every area of your life. I feel like our lives are very holistic. Taking this piece with you, whether it's in your creativity, in your relationships, in your family, in your work environment, in your home, just within yourself, it's a game changer. It's priceless. So I leave this with you. If you found this video to be helpful, inspiring, just getting the thoughts going, be sure to leave me a remark below. I'd love to keep the conversation flowing with you. Like the video, share the video, subscribe for more videos. If you want to get on a call with me and just talk more and explore more of what this looks like, I'm open to doing that. But I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.